Hi, Nathan. Yes, I can tell you that neighbors here on Farrell Road are quite unnerved today after this house was fired on twice in the last month. Now, police say they received multiple reports of the sound of gunshots just after 3:30 a.m. When they arrived in the Bathurst and Major Mac area, they found a residence pocked by bullet holes. Now, this is the second time in recent weeks the home has been subject to gunfire. On September the 6th, shots were fired on the home, and then the next morning, another nearby home was also shot at. In fact, York Regional Police and Vaughan's mayor say these shootings involving unknown suspects have happened several times in this general area, as well as in the city's West End of late. Here is reaction.
We need to identify these suspects. And again, just pointing out, there have been 5 shootings so far this month, twice at this home. I can understand that we understand that the community does feel unsafe, but it is important to understand that these are targeted and specifically targeted between individuals. I know that doesn't bring a lot of safety when this is going on so much within one neighborhood. However, this is not a random act.
Well, we heard something last night. It was after 4, before 5. It was a loud banging noise. I've never heard gunshots, so I didn't know what it was.
You know, that close to our house, and I don't know much about the reasoning behind it. You know, I don't want to speculate. I don't know if it's targeted, random, whatever, but one thing I do know, it's a rental, so who knows?
I don't know as mayor what else to say to our residents except that I am very, very frustrated with the fact that we continue to struggle with criminals and crime here in our city, a city that I've lived in for close to 40 years, a city that in my experience has always been safe.
As Stephen Del Duca, the city's mayor, is calling on the federal government to toughen bail laws, saying that we need to do better to keep criminals off the streets. Reporting live, I'm Janice Golding. Now back to Michelle and Nathan.
Thank you, Janice.